Well, I'm absolutely amazed how much Martin has found out about my father. In fact, I know more about him now through Martin than I ever did before. I know Martin when he was small and he found the scrapbooks that I had. From an early age, kept saying he would love to have a book written about Dad. And it was one of those pipe dreams that you think it would be lovely, but it's not going to happen. But Martin has done a terrific job, and really, I'm absolutely amazed that what he's achieved and what he's found out. And he's got the biggest collection of memorabilia on my dad than is ever possible, I should think. And I should think if Dad was looking down, he would be very impressed with his grandson. But for me, I've learnt more through Martin than ever before. Oh yes, I think now, looking back in hindsight, my dad was a champion of his time, and it was just unfortunate for him that he hadn't got the right advisors as to what to do with his winnings, to guide him. And I think his father, who he, I believe, gave his winnings to look after, didn't altogether treat him right, and he got through the money just as much as Dad did. So I think, unfortunately, he hadn't got the right advice to keep him on, because he should have been a very wealthy man. And he met kings and so many people of note that, he had everything that was possible at that time that a champion could. Say at the wedding, I was to see the photographs of the crowds there. He would be like an idol, a pop idol today. And so therefore, yes, I am proud of him. I'm just, in hindsight, sad that I didn't actually know him. Well, when I was tiny, it didn't really mean a great deal to a 5-6-year-old. Your dad was a boxer, and there was a picture of him with a Lonsdale belt. But I never ever saw him, so he didn't exist as a man to me, or a dad. So therefore I can't really have any childhood memories of him. And Mum never spoke about him being a champion boxer as such. He was just a boxer. And the only things I ever did was we had this huge trunk, and I used to dress up in his, Masonic stuff. And I remember getting told off for doing that, but it was lovely stuff to, dress up for a child. But that was taboo. And I had to go back in the box. Well, Mum had the scrapbooks, and I suppose maybe we'd gone through them when she was alive, but it was basically when she died that I was going through her papers and found Mum's books, and also in a little jewellery box Mum had a cutting of Dad's passing, and I just often wondered whether Mum ever regretted how things had turned out. Well, Mum worked a clerical worker in an office in the government, I believe, offices, and I used to meet her from work on the bus sometimes. I'm trying to think where she was. Forest Gateway, I think it was, Forest Gateway. But then she worked for my uncle, Ben, who owned a string of greengrocers shops, and she used to work in their office in Leytonstone, working out all the accounts and such like of what was ordered. And we lived over the one of Uncle's shops in South Woodford, with my gran and granddad. But no, Mum, you know, worked every day to obviously keep us going.